going on today, YouTube? MrJGilbert here. We got Mythical Dragon 84 on episode 5 of the Streamer Shoutout Showcase. He is rocking over 1.7 thousand followers on Twitch, and man, this guy is everywhere. He is all about community. He's all about positivity. He's all about showing that love and support to those around him and all the communities that he's in. So, without further ado, let's get to know Mythical Dragon a little bit more.
Oh, I got one shot left. Oh!
6 shots.
Oh!
9 shots. What? Don't.
You are the Apex champion.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Oh my god.
Your offering for safe passage has been accepted. Welcome into the land.
Apex!
Never mind.
Let's fucking go!
Ooh, look. More jewels for the dragon's treasure chest.
Chew.
Your offering for safe passage has been accepted. Welcome into the land.
Hype this man up. Come on now.
Yo, welcome in. What we'd like to do today is I got a few questions I want to ask him, so just kind of you guys get to know him a little bit more. But Mythical, I'm going to leave it up to you first. Say hi to everyone and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yo, what's up, everyone? First of all, I want to say thank you, Jay, for having me on today. It was an absolute pleasure to be doing this with you. I am typically a Dead by Daylight streamer, but sometimes I will throw in storytelling games. Like, I just finished Until Dawn. I started playing Detroit Become Human, but I've also done The Last of Us 1, The Last of Us 2. I've done both Spider-Man games. But normally I prefer playing Dead by Daylight because it's just a lot of fun to me. And just an old fart who likes to play video games and tries to have a great community. So
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Talking about Dead by Daylight, you're quite the sweat these days at it, if I do say so myself.
I am. I most definitely am.
But, all right, so chat, how I like to do this, I got a few questions that I want to start off the segment with, and then you will be able to ask Mythical Dragon anything you want. Go ahead and highlight your message. That way I do not miss it, and you will be able to ask him whatever you want. Chance to kind of for you to get to know him a little bit more. My first question I have for you, Mythical, what, I guess, made you become a streamer? Like, why did you want to?
Okay, so I originally started watching Dr. Lupo on Twitch, and I really enjoyed the things he was doing, especially with doing the whole charity, the St. Jude charity thing. And then from watching Dr. Lupo, I went to watching Tanner Slays and TSM Vis, which are Apex TSM content creators. And I just love the community that they built. And I mean, I had nothing else to do, and because I'm on disability and everything like that, and there's not much I can do. And I was just thinking to myself one day, and I was talking to my best friend Kelly, and I was like, I'm gonna start streaming on Twitch. And she's like, do it. And that was 2 years ago. 2 years and exactly a month ago. And we've been going strong since then. And it's just like, I just wanted to be able to build a positive community where people just come in and hang out and just vibe out and play video games. So
Yeah. You said you've been streaming for about 2 years now, a little over 2 years. If you don't mind me asking, at what kind of point in there was it really, like, I guess, taking off for you that you're like, hey, this is like, I'm doing this, you know?
It started taking off more when I started, like, I started streaming the original Spider-Man game that was made back in 2017, 2018, I believe it was. But I started playing that game, and like, granted, at the time, I didn't have a capture card. I didn't have a PC. It was just streaming off my console. So I was streaming off my console and using my phone to read chat, but it was popping off like when I was playing the Spider-Man games. I'm like, I could actually have something here.
Huh?
And then I was fortunate to meet some people who was kind enough to a community I was in. They were kind enough to buy me a new headset so my mic was crisper, and also bought me a capture card. As another friend of mine was like, "Hey, I'm starting a PC company, and I want you to use a starter PC to test out for me to see how it works." And that's how I got my PC. And
Nice.
then once I got the capture card and was able to start streaming the PS4 games onto my PC with the capture card, and then my sister, Christmas, not last year, but the year before that, she bought me a camera so I could start using a cam as well. And then, um, once I got the camera and people were able to see the emotions that I let out because I'm a very emotional person, and like it just drew more people. Like, like I'm very stunned and shocked that I'm sitting here 2 years later and I'm at 17, almost 17K
Right.
followers. Like, it's insane, dude.
Right. Yeah, you talk about the emotions too on the kind of intro video or one of the clips that you sent me, and we'll talk about it later too. You showed a lot of emotion in that as
Oh
your
yeah.
charity stream. So we'll get to that here in a minute. But yeah, like you're right. Like you kind of put your passion and heart into it, and it definitely comes out in your streams and in your community when when you follow or when you follow others and they follow you and you just kind of stick around you more. They see that you're kind of really passionate about everyone and what you do.
Oh, I sit there like I I've met a lot of great people who've always told me like, don't make it a follow for follow. Make
Right.
it a follow and then go with it. Like, go hang out with
Mhm.
other people in their streams. And like, I'm everywhere. I
Right.
swear, if I'm not streaming, I'm still on Twitch in people's
Huh?
channels, supporting them and hanging out with them. I at least have 4 or 5 tabs open like during the day, which
Right.
is insane.
Right. Yeah. But that's awesome though, having that like having that support and showing that support too. That's awesome.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
so obviously we just talked about kind of a little background of why you got started, but
Hmm.
2 years later, here you are, over 1,700 view or followers. But ultimately, like, what are your goals for your channel? Like, what do you want to do?
I just want to continue doing what I'm doing. Just continue trying to build a great community of just people, of like-minded people who like supporting other people and who like just hanging out and playing video games together. Because it's not like I play the game solo. Like the only time I play a solo game is if I'm doing a story mode game.
Uh-huh.
That's the only time. But if I'm playing Dead by Daylight or even Apex, like I'm playing with other people because I enjoy the company of gaming with other people, not just doing it on my own.
Right.
Like, it's fun. Like when you get to sit there and play video games with other friends. I've been like that ever since I was a kid. Like video games, comic books, and Star Wars was my 3 passions growing up. And now that I get to do it, the
Right.
video games like on stream, like dude, it just works out perfectly for me.
Yeah, no, for sure. Which leads me kind of into my next question that I have for you. Because you're about Star Wars, I obviously see the poster, there behind you. I know for a fact that you have a couple plushies that you might show. But who is Mythical Dragon like IRL, like in real life? What are things, hobbies, interests, about you?
He's a nerd, man. Like
Yeah.
Star Wars, comic books, Marvel movies, uh, old gamer, uh, just a laid back kind of guy. Like I love listening to music too. So like as I'm like in streams, like I have music going with me because like music is one of my other passions. Like, not that I could play instrument for to save my life,
Right.
but I do love music in general. Like, if it wasn't for music, I honestly I don't know where it'd be because music has saved my life many of times.
Sure. Yeah, no, music definitely is powerful like that. So you mentioned Star Wars, you mentioned Marvel. I'm gonna dive into that for just a second.
Okay.
Sorry if I'm answering your questions, chat. Like if you're gonna ask these, but hey, let's go, right? Star Wars, favorite character, go.
Favorite character? Darth Vader.
Okay. Yeah.
Darth Vader or Chewbacca. Like, two of my all-time favorite characters.
Chewie's on your shirt, right? I think I noticed when you sat back. Yeah,
yeah,
Chewie's on your
Chewie
shirt.
is on my shirt.
Okay, so favorite Marvel character.
Favorite Marvel character? I would have to go with Scarlet Witch.
Okay.
I know it's not your typical answer because most people are like Spider-Man, Hulk, Iron Man, or Thor, or any of them. But no, like I love Scarlet Witch.
Right.
I think her character is just awesome.
So then did you like the TV show?
I did. I was a huge fan of WandaVision. Like, I loved it. It started off slow, and I was like, eh.
Oh,
I was like, the first 2 episodes, and then once everything started to pick up, I'm just like, holy shit. What a show.
For real. Well, so I liked it by the end. But oh my gosh, I had to force myself through those first 3 episodes.
Yeah, I did too.
I'm just like, what is this? This makes no sense. And then
the whole black and white thing, yeah.
Like I get it, but I'm like, oh god, I literally had to force myself. I don't know if you mentioned earlier, but what about DC favorite character?
DC? Talking about heroes or villains?
What is your favorite character?
My favorite character would be Joker.
What did you say?
My favorite
What did you say?
Joker. Why so serious, Mr. J?
So serious.
See, when I first started like hanging out with you, like I literally, when I first seen Mr. J, I instantly thought of the Joker.
Oh yeah, yep.
Because of the whole Mr. J. I'm like,
and honestly, that's kind of like, which is crazy because like Batman's my favorite, and obviously I had the Batman mask I just showed you. But like that's kind of a lot of the color scheme that I kind of play on. I do a lot of like purple blues and then like some bright green kind of thrown, here and there. But all right, so my next one, my next question that I have for you is you kind of talked about this earlier. And we kind of talked about a little bit, and we had a clip on it at the kind of intro video there that I had. As much as you want to talk about it, like I know it's kind of a personal subject for you, or it's a touchy subject, but you've talked a lot about when you started streaming with Dr. Lupo, not with, but because of Dr. Lupo and all the charity things, you've done a wide variety of charity streams yourself. Care to elaborate on that? Just kind of talk about the process of going through charity streams, some of the charities that you've been in, maybe your favorite charity stream, just kind of that whole process.
Well, obviously my favorite one is going to be my mom. Like, because my mom was dealing with really bad kidney stones and she ended up having to get operated on. But the operation itself was, even with her insurance, it was still $5,000. And to see her go from day to day, struggling with the pain and still going to work to make sure that me and my brother have a roof overhead. I mean, I pay bills too, don't get me wrong. I use my disability on bills. But to see that she powered through no matter how much pain she was in, I thought to myself, and I talked to my friend Beck, who lives in Australia, and like I got really emotional while I was talking to her. And I was like, I really want to start a GoFundMe page to help my mom out. And my friend Beck encouraged me to do it. She's like, do it. So I did it. And then I talked to the Reluctant Hermit, and me, him, and Apex Interfectum. We all got together, and we got a group of people who were willing to help out with the charity for my mom and do streams for it. And the clip that we showed, the last clip on the reel, the reason why I was getting so emotional, yeah, we had a level 5 hype train, but the reason why I got so emotional is because at that same time of the level 5 hype train, we hit the $2,500 goal to help my mom out as a Christmas present for my mom. And the fact that so many people came together to help my mom out, like, it meant the absolute world to me. And like, that was by far my favorite one. And then I also did one for a young boy and his family who he was fighting with cancer, and we were trying to raise money for him and his family to get treatments for the cancer. Yeah. Oh man, I'm getting emotional just thinking about the whole thing.
It's powerful stuff, man. But yeah, so that's one thing I have not done yet. I have not done a charity stream or like participated in one, but I have all the love for those that do, and like I said, I know you've been a big part of charity streams, so I wanted to give you a chance to kind of talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Kind of to get it out there. Do you have maybe a charity stream planned in the future, or is it kind of like when it comes up, you just do it?
Just put it like, if one comes up and I'm able to take part in it,
Sure.
I'll do it.
Sure.
It's not something that I plan out. Like, I plan out. It's just if people reach out to me asking me if I want to take part of it, I instantly say yes.
Right.
Because like, I love being able to help other people out and being able to help people and raise money for them. And that means a lot to me to be able to do. So
Yep.
any charity event that ever comes my way, I'm going to take it and I'm going to do it. Like,
Right.
I did one where I went for 12 hours. The charity for the family and his that was battling cancer. Like, I did 12 hours that day.
Ooh. Yeah.
I was exhausted at the end, but it was worth it.
Man.
I had a lot of names written on my arms that day.
Oh my gosh. 12 hours? Like
Yeah.
I've yet to eclipse that. Like I think I've 7 maybe is my most that I've done so far.
12 hours are rough.
Man. It's like, were you like, did you get up and like walk around, or like take breaks, or like were you just straight sitting there for 12 hours gaming?
Like, I stretched. Like,
Okay.
I got up and stretched a bit, and also had to walk away when to go get something to drink, so I could
Sure,
hydrate
okay.
and everything. But it was still rough. Like,
Yeah.
12 hours is like, I know a lot of younger people can handle 12 and 24 hours, but man, I'm getting up there in age, and it's
Yeah.
just like doing 12 hours, man. That is like, that. Not only is it physically rough, this shit's mentally rough too.
I bet you're out of commission the next day.
Oh, I was, dude. I was out of commission for like 2 days just recovering.
Right.
Like, I would chat people up on my PC, and then after that, I'd go back and lay down. Like, it was just rough.
Yep. All right, chat. I got one more question for Mythical Dragon, and then it is up to you. It's up to you guys to grill him. I mean, to ask him any questions that you would like. Be sure to highlight your message so I do not miss it. But yeah, feel free to ask him any question. He'll answer to the best of his ability. This is your chance to kind of get to know Mythical in any capacity and anything that you want to know about him, right? All right. So, Dragon, my last question that I have for you. Okay.
Okay.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
He can cross the road to get away from the people who are trying to eat him. Obviously.
Pretty much straightforward answer right there. I mean, I was half expecting that to get you to the other side, but you know.
I mean, he was trying to get to the other side, but he was trying to avoid the people who were trying to eat him. Like,
Right.
I mean,
Got it.
I know I would. Like, if someone was trying to eat me, like, I would try to get to the other side of the road too. So,
Like I still to this day do not understand how turkeys are not like shy of anybody, like or like not
Yeah.
shy but like scared of people. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
me too.
Like how
It
are you
blows
not?
my mind.
All right, so I already got a couple questions coming at you. So first one, and dyslexic, I don't appreciate this first question, but do you ever get tired of carrying Mr. J around in your backpack in DBD?
Honestly, no, because if Mr. J is being chased by the killer, that gives me time to go get gens done. So no, not at all.
You heard it here. He sacrifices me, chat. Okay? He just leaves me to die and hang on the hook so he can get all the glory for
Hey,
gens.
I don't know. I never leave you on the hook. If you're on the hook, I do my best to get to you, and you know that.
Okay. Next one we got. Do you prefer spooky games over shooting games, or as long as there's like co-op in it, it doesn't really matter?
Oh man, that's a really tough question because I love Apex. I love playing Apex, but I don't like playing Apex alone. But in the same with Dead by Daylight, like I love Dead by Daylight, but playing Dead by Daylight solo can be really rough at times because you can run into some really toxic survivors and even toxic killers. So, like, if I could play a game with anyone, it doesn't matter if it's spooky or if it's a shooting game. I'll do either. But in the end, like, I do prefer playing Dead by Daylight more than I do Apex.
It would I guess part one, part two here. Would Dead by Daylight be your preferred spooky game?
Uh, Considering it's been one of the only spooky games I've ever played, yes.
Okay. Why don't they've had like Friday the 13th, or they had like Visage, or they've had or they have like those other type, games. Also, which reminds me, have you ever played Prop Hunt?
I have played Prop Hunt. Was I a fan of it? No.
Okay. I've just seen it played, and it's very similar to Dead by Daylight, so that's why
Yeah, it's like Dead by Daylight. Like, I played with my friend Llama Bear. She actually bought it for me for my birthday, and we played it, and I couldn't get into it.
Oh. Yeah, I've seen it, but I never played it, but so then I guess Apex. Is Apex your preferred shooter?
Yeah, Apex is by far my preferred shooter. I'd rather play Apex over COD or Fortnite or Halo. So yeah, Apex is my number one shooter game, FPS game I like to play.
Right. Muff Jedi says, "Are you getting Elden Ring on the 24th?"
You might want to shoot me in the face for this, but I have no idea what that is.
So Elden Ring is like very, very big like game coming out. It's George R. Martin, who wrote Game of Thrones, who's a writer for Game of Thrones. He like a really big, Game of Thrones, right?
I know of it, yes,
Okay,
but have I
okay.
watched it? No.
Man, you're missing out. You got to. Not the last season. The last season of Game of Thrones is kind of garbage. But no, anyway, so he's a really big writer. Game of Thrones really, really huge. So it's like you take this big author who's in a book series, and he's helping writing the lore for this game, for this Elden Ring game, who has like Dark Souls like esque gameplay in it.
Right. Okay.
So anyway, it's just a really hyped game coming out soon.
Oh.
I guess kind of second part of that, what game are you hyped for coming out soon, or even this year, or?
Honestly, nothing that's coming out anytime soon. Like, I
Okay.
think a game that I'm really hyped about that's coming out, but not coming out for another couple of years, is the new Spider-Man and Wolverine games that are coming out in 2023 or 2024.
Okay.
So it's gonna be like 2 years before I get hyped about another game.
Right. Speaking of Spider-Man, I still have not seen the Spider-Man No Way Home.
I have not seen it either.
I need to.
I have to wait for it to comes out on DVD. I mean
Yeah,
DVD
same.
because my brother had a chance to go see it in theater with my mom and my niece and sister, and he decided not to because I wasn't going to go to a movie theater to see it because I don't trust going out in public right now. So
Yeah, it's
he's like, I'll wait until you're able to watch it. So even if I had the opportunity to watch it, I wouldn't do it because I would want to wait for my brother.
so good. I heard it is, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I heard it was really good too.
Dyslexic asked, what is your favorite food and beverage combination?
Oh, that's a good question. Favorite food and beverage combination? Oh man. Well, let's see. My favorite food by far is lasagna. I'm a huge lasagna fan.
Mm-hmm.
And if I combine a drink with it, it's gonna probably gonna sound weird to everyone, but fruit punch. Like I love fruit punch.
What a child. I'm just kidding.
I really am, dude. Like, give me like I will drink those fruit like the high C fruit punch all fucking day, dude.
Yeah.
Or give me like a Diet Pepsi. I'm good to go.
Yeah. No, it is good. I'm not hating. It is good. But it's like have lasagna and then it's like fruit punch. Like, wait a minute, what? What about alcoholic beverage of choice?
I don't drink. I've been
Ooh,
sober
smart
for
man.
11 years.
Oh. Just scratch that from the record. Just scratch that question from the record.
Yeah.
Muff asks, do you think they should remaster Drakengard 3?
Okay, another probably shock. I don't know what Drinking Garden is.
I don't either, actually. And there's 3 of them, apparently.
Oh, yeah, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, no, I haven't either. IPAs and Jameson. Calamari is delicious. Calamari is good, but come on, guys.
Fried
Seafood?
calamari is definitely the way to go.
Yeah, 100%. So here's the thing. Since you've been at this game for a while, right? You've been at this stream game for a little over 2 years.
Yeah.
What if somebody was like, "Hey, I kind of want to stream"? What would you tell them?
Do it. If that's what you want to do it. Like, I've actually had a couple people come in. It's like, hey, how do I go about streaming? I'm like, well, find a game that you're really passionate about and stream it. And like my main thing is to network with other people. Go out and make friends. Make friends with other streamers. Go hang out with them. Because like if I would have known the stuff I know now,
Mm-hmm.
then when I first started, starting out would have been a lot easier on me. Because like I didn't know nothing about going out and hanging out with other streamers and making friends with them. Always thought that like the number one Twitch etiquette is never going into someone else's stream and promote yourself. And so I never really went to other people's streams unless they were like bigger streamers like TSM Biss and Tanner Slays, and obviously I knew not to promote myself in there. So like I didn't know anything about networking with other friends and becoming it with other for the hard becoming friends with other streamers. So like it was rough for me to get affiliate.
Right.
And then I met someone I consider my sister from another mother who lives in Australia, Beck, and her name's Egar Beck. We started hanging out a lot, and granted the time zones were different, but we were there. We were hanging out in each other's streams for a while, and we became really close.
Yeah.
And like I have a really tight knit, close family that all overseas pretty much. So.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of overseas, where is one place you would travel?
The one place I would travel would have to be Ireland, because like I am 50% Irish, so I would love to go to Ireland.
That would be nice. I just want to try some of the beers over there. I mean, I know you don't drink, but like I was like, I don't know. Just
See, like when I did drink, that was the reason why I wanted to go to
okay.
Ireland.
All right.
But now that I don't drink, I just want to go and see the sights in Ireland, man. I heard it's beautiful over there.
All right, another question says, do you have recommendations for way chatters can interact with the streamers, or is there like a preferred way that you personally enjoy interacting with chat? So like as a streamer, is there a way that you interact with chat in your preferred way? And then as a viewer, what ways do you recommend chatters interact with the streamer?
Obviously, Stream Raiders is definitely a way to go. Like I mean, because not only can the viewers interact with the streamer like by talking to them, but they also interact by playing Stream Raiders with them, or playing words on stream, or playing Gartic. like those are fun ways to interpret with your streams. Those are fun things you could do. I personally like I don't do any of those because I don't know how to set them up because I'm a Vega when it comes to stuff like that. I mean, I'm look, my stream is basic. There's no overlays. There's just me, the console streaming onto the PC, my camera. Nothing special. It's just me.
Right.
Like there is nothing special about my stream except for myself. And I'm not trying to get.
And we all love you.
Yeah, like and I appreciate that. Okay, God, you're gonna make me drop a tear there, buddy.
Guys, if you have not subscribed or followed or whatever Mythical Dragon yet, go do it immediately.
You don't have to subscribe.
Yes, drop 75 subs.
No. We don't need none of that. No. But I always say that, like, you don't have to sub.
Right.
If you just want to come and hang out, just come and hang out, man. It's like that's all I care about. Yeah. That's the only thing I care about. Because like my rent is paid through my disability check. So anything I make off of Twitch, which I never expect anything, is extra. So if you just want to vibe out, that's all. Like that's all you have to do. Like just come vibe. That's all. That's all that matters to me.
Oh yeah. All right, chat. If you have any other questions for Mythical Dragon, be sure to highlight your message. We'll get those asked, and we'll get you to find out a little bit more about him. I do have one more question before I kind of end it for tonight.
Okay.
If you could, just like I want to, if you could have changed something along the way, right? If you're like, oh shit, okay. I've done this for 2 years now. If I would have done this in the beginning, right? Is it still the community aspect, or like what is something that you would change as a streamer along the way, or would have gone back and changed?
At first, when I first started streaming, I struggled with paying attention to the game and paying attention to chat. Like that was my biggest flaw because. Like, it's a struggle when you're streaming from console and having to look at your phone to see what's going on in chat. So, that's the biggest thing I would have changed at the beginning, was being more active and talking to chat than I was, because I would get so focused on Apex, and I would just completely forget that I was streaming and just, like, worry about what's going on in the game.
Sure.
And that was my biggest struggle to begin with.
Yeah.
That is something I would change.
Yep. Dyslexia says, how many subs to recruit you for permanent Apex standby carry?
Dyslexia, just DM me. If you ever want to play, just DM me.
There
or
it is.
tag me in the Discord, and I will come play. I'm not that great, but I'll come play.
I mean, you were hard carrying us a little bit ago.
I don't know about that one, buddy.
But, all right, man. If there's any other questions, chat, let me know, and I'll get those asked for you. But, Mythical, I want to give you a chance now to kind of have a little sign-off. Any last words, anything else you want to say before we go ahead and end the segment?
I just thank you for giving me the platform to come talk about my streams, man. I just appreciate that. And thank you to everyone out there in YouTube land for taking a listen. Make sure that you like and subscribe to Mr. J's YouTube. And come say hi. Come to the stream. Come say hi to MrJGilbert. And if you want to come say hi to me too, that's awesome. Hi, Panda! Oh, sorry.
You're good. You're good. Hi, Panda. Love you, brother. Thank you for hanging out and always bringing fun to the channel. Says Dyslexic.
Oh. Anytime, Dyslexic. I appreciate the questions, man. Thank you.
Yeah. But, all right. Everyone, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Be sure to go drop Mythical Dragon 84 a follow. Great dude, all about community, all about love, that positivity and hype, and it's definitely supportive. So definitely go show him some love. And we'll catch you guys later next time. Thank you. And like he said earlier, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you guys.